Today is Thursday, Parashat Mishpatim. As we mentioned earlier this week, this parasha includes many mitzvot that have to do between man and his fellow man. And among them is to have a fair and honest and just judicial system, not to favor one of the litigants against the other, and not, for sure not to take bribes, to be very careful. Even if you were to judge the people according to the strict letter of the law, you're still not allowed to take a bribe. Other mitzvot here also instruct us in this parasha to be careful not to cause pain or suffering to an orphan or to a widow. It warns us also to make sure to be very careful not to offend a ger, which is a stranger or somebody who's converted to Judaism. You have to be very careful not to offend them in terms of reminding them of their past. And of course, when somebody is converted according to the Orthodox laws of Judaism, and he's fully a convert and such a person, we are told in the Torah in many places to embrace them and to be very careful not to offend them with words. Of course, we're not allowed to offend any person with words, any fellow Jew, any person in general, but we have to be extra careful with someone who came to join Judaism by choice. Many mitzvot in the parasha indicate how we have to take responsibility with how we relate to others. There are also laws in this parasha that indicate the responsibility that a person has to carry if he created a place of danger in a public place. Let's say a person was to dig a hole he needed to fix something on the road. You need to make sure that that place that is in the public domain has to be properly protected to avoid anybody falling into it. And if somebody was injured by falling into a place that you have created as a place of risk, of danger, then you have to take responsibility for whatever damages would happen because of that. Many laws, even that an owner of an animal that has caused damage also is responsible for those damages that were caused by the animal that he had. So in general, many mitzvot in the parasha of this week have to do with the responsibility of a person towards those who are around him, and any damage or harm that he would have caused, he has to take responsibility. If a person injures another, there are many levels of responsibility that a person would have to pay for, whether it is the pain, the suffering, but also he has to pay for his lost wages. He has to pay also for his medical expenses. So all these ideas are not something just of the modern law of today. These are actually inspired probably by the words of the Torah, which was given to us over 3,000 years ago, how a person has to be careful how his actions or his words have an impact on those around him, and he has to take responsibility when he has injured or caused harm to another person. He has the responsibility to make things right. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.